Hey everyone, welcome to the Everyday Human Podcast. My name is Easton Taverna. Each day I'll share a reflection written by me and inspired by literature, poetry, music, movies, video games, and more. And after that, I'll share a prompt for you to write your own reflection. Together, we'll explore what it means to be human. Every month, we'll walk a new path, taking a look at life, death, the universe, and everything in between. Thanks for coming along. I'm glad you're here. For more, visit eastontaverna.com or join me on Instagram at _everydayhuman. Hello, it is April 11th. How are you doing? Today's reflection is titled Embrace the Darkness. This one was inspired by a quote from the book Rooted by Lyanda Lynn Haupt. Lyanda Lynn Haupt is an author, naturalist, and speaker based in Seattle. In her work, she explores science, nature, the human spirit, and looks at how they are all connected, and the beautiful and complicated relationship between humans and the natural world. I first came upon her work when my wife picked up her book, Rooted, from our local bookstore. She was reading it, and she left it out, and then I picked it up, and I began reading it. I haven't finished it, but from what I have read, I have really enjoyed it. And as a whole, what it is exploring is something I think about a lot. If you happen to come across it, check it out. Okay, and here is the quote from Rooted that inspired today's reflection. Darkness possesses its own essential grace. It is darkness that bears liminal imaginings more difficult to access in the scattered daylight. Darkness brings the restorative sleep and dreaming our bodies and psyches require. Darkness takes the harried busyness of the day and transforms it to stillness, to quiet. Darkness brings us starlight. Darkness erases our view of the horizon, forcing our reliance upon a spacious, inner vision that daylight cannot provide. Darkness offers a complex refuge for all beings and all aspects of being. As John O'Donohue puts it, trees, mountains, fields, and faces are released from the prison of shape and the burden of exposure. Each thing creeps back into its own nature within the shelter of dark. Okay, and here is my reflection. It's really nothing to be afraid of. It's as natural as breathing, yet it's so often used as a metaphor for evil and despair. Perhaps it is because within the darkness we find the unknown, and the unknown, unfortunately, is something we have learned to fear. Maybe for a good evolutionary reason, there's a dark and dry cave. It would make a wonderful shelter from this storm, wouldn't it? Oh, it is so very dark in here, so dark I can't see. Oops, there's a pack of wolves here, and now I'm dead. But just because there may be danger or the unknown in something, it does not mean we should avoid it at all costs and write it off. Why, you could be killed by a pack of wolves in the middle of the day, out under a blue sky and a shining sun, couldn't you? And just an aside, this is not to demonize wolves. They are awesome, incredible creatures, and they need our help. Just using it to make a point in the reflection. The darkness is natural. Most of the universe is dark, and light seems to be the exception to the rule. The darkness is beautiful. When the sun retreats after a day of hard work, welcoming in its partner of twilight, it too is a signal to you that it is time to put the tools down, close the computer, and be ready for the warmth of your bed. When the sun retreats, it is then that you see the dancing northern lights. It is then that you are able to look up at the stars and wish upon them like a child. When the sun retreats, it is then that the house and the world go quiet. It is then that the chaos subsides and the silence enters your mind. Then that you can hear the voice of your spirit, your own heartbeat, the blood in your veins. When the sun retreats, the mind can roam with the ghosts and the fairies, the mysterious and the last bits of the unknown left in this world. When the sun retreats and you wake in the middle of the night, stumbling to the bathroom or kitchen or nursery, caught in between the world of sleep and waking, it is the closest you'll ever be to wandering another planet or realm. The deep darkness is silence, and silence is beauty. Embrace the darkness. And there ends today's reflection. And along the lines of embracing the darkness and looking at it and its wonder and mystery, my wife and I have been following the Artemis 2 mission, and how incredible is that? And something really great about when you watch it, there are these long gaps of silence, and there's just a still picture of a part of the shuttle and just the emptiness and darkness of space. And I said to my wife last night, I was like, it's kind of a miracle that they're not filling this silence with some sort of commentator or running ads at the bottom of the screen or this and that and the other thing. And it's so peaceful. And then you hear the voices come through of the astronauts or mission control. And it's all really incredible. But I just love those still moments when you can see just the emptiness and the darkness of space. And it is wonderful and mysterious. And it really helps make us appreciate the nature and the beauty of the planet we have here and now. Okay, and now it's time for your reflection question. So I often encourage you to write in a journal, or if you're the type who writes on napkins, to do that, or to just think about it. But also, if you feel like sharing some of your thoughts in the comments on the YouTube channel or on the Instagram page, please feel free to do that. I would love to hear your thoughts as well. And there will be eventually the companion journal for the everyday human, which is cheaper than a year's worth of napkins. I think that's the slogan I'm going to go with when I put it out there. Okay, so ask yourself this. Do I embrace the dark or fear it? When did I last sit in the quiet dark with just my thoughts? Can I make it a point to do this more? I often do this right before I get out of bed. I just lay in bed for a few minutes, letting my mind wake up slowly and not really trying to steer my thoughts, but just kind of letting my mind wander. And the room is quiet and dark, and it's peaceful and nice. All right, that's it for today, April 11th. I'll be back tomorrow, April 12th, with another reflection. Have a good one, and take care.